Good evening. New tonight, a view from inside an immigration detention facility. This time through the eyes of a man who's familiar with the operation. Channel 5's Carolina Cruz explains why this man chose to speak up.
The images we've all seen from inside the children's immigration shelters were provided by the federal government. A former employee wants to set the record straight. He works inside a Texas detention center. He agreed to talk to Channel 5's Noticias a las 9 reporter Enrique Lerma on the condition of anonymity. The children travel here, sometimes enduring hardships over several hundred miles. They often end up in places like this.
With my experience, these are, I've worked in jails, in prisons, and these are residential centers.
The system ran differently decades ago.
These children were arrested, they were put in holding cells, strip searched, not given adequate housing or feeding or so forth.
The Flores settlement addressed mistreatment of minors dating back to the 1980s. It changed the way minors were processed and centers operated. Texas operates 17 immigrant youth shelters. Funded by the Office of Refugee and Resettlement, these facilities are inspected by the state and federal government annually.
You cannot even call these centers jails, they're called residential centers. And the children, you cannot refer them as inmates, you refer them as residents because they are the residents of the housing.
This man says the heavily criticized Cajun pictures and scattered sleeping grounds are not an accurate depiction of what happens here.
I visited these housing centers and they have brand new beds, they have brand new clothing, the children receive clothing, adequate medical care, they have 3 meals a day plus 2 snacks that they must receive. And everything is by law. They get free education, they get to go outside with child care workers.
Some minors arrive to the facility with trauma over the conditions of their journey. This man says these children are given counseling. Overall, he stood behind the treatment of minors, but wasn't afraid to call out the government and his employers.
It's a business. It's not more about, let's help these children. It's more about how fatter can our wallets get.
The company gets money from the federal government based on the number of children and residents, about $200 per children per day.
They tell me that, the numbers, they grow really big, and sometimes they can't even keep children, and some of them, they grow small. But it's a business. It's a business.
A business that's growing with no end in sight. The man we spoke with says employees at the immigration shelters must sign a document that prevents them from speaking publicly about the inner workings of the centers. He felt it was necessary to share his perspective because of the misinformation about those conditions. Reporting in the studio, Carolina Cruz, Channel 5 News at 10.